Welcome, welcome, welcome to the webinar, How to Make It Big Resolving Disputes, presented by the National Association of Certified Mediators, a webinar that will teach you how to become a successful and highly paid mediator. Please make sure to turn on your speakers now to make sure that you're able to hear. So great. And we're going to do a sound check here shortly. So I'd like to first say welcome, welcome, welcome to the webinar. We are very excited about having you here today and hearing all about where you are now and how we can help you. Let's first check our audio levels. So if you'll do me a favor, in your chat box, if you'll type in 1 if you are hearing the audio correctly and it is clear and loud enough. And type 2 if it's no, if the audio level is incorrect. Okay, I see ones. I see lots of ones. Okay, so I am going to assume that the audio levels are correct. Fantastic. The next thing I'd like to do is just get a little bit of information about who we're talking to today, where everybody's from. So if you could just type really briefly what country or state you're from, that'd be fantastic, and then I'll get a sense of where everybody's from. Okay, I see Illinois. All right, I see Florida, Texas. All right, I see Maine. Oh, the UK, fantastic. I see Germany. All right, this is exciting. California. All right, New Mexico. Fantastic, fantastic. So we have people from all over the world, and that's fantastic. We love dealing internationally. And so let me just find out where your mediation career is right now. So if you're thinking about becoming a mediator, just type in starting out. If you're already a mediator, let me know how many years, or if you're in any other type of dispute resolution career. Okay, I see mediator, 1 year experience, mediator, just got started, HR, professional, I'm assuming that's human resources. Okay, wow, we have quite a few different, chaplain, wow, fantastic. So we have a wide variety of professions. Okay, I also see something in safety, but I see a lot of people in the dispute resolution area, so that's fantastic. And this webinar is going to really provide you with great information that you can use. And one of the things that I always like to start off any type of training that I do is to talk about what you're grateful for, because gratitude determines your attitude. So I'll go ahead and start off, and you can think of something and then type it in the chat box. But one of the things that I am so grateful for is sunshine. The sun is starting to shine, and that is good for us. When you're in a cold climate, sun is good. Vitamin D, all right. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, I see people typing in family, fantastic, friends. Oh, wow, a good bottle of wine. That's hilarious. Oh, my dog. Oh, that's so wonderful. Wow. So I see that I am dealing with a group of people that have the feeling and the attitude of gratitude. So that's fantastic, and I love to see that. Please feel free to also share any information on social media. Of course, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. If I might ask a favor, if you can share us the information using the hashtag NASM. So it would be the # or hashtag NASM, spelled N-A-C-M, or hashtag National Association of Certified Mediators. and just share and spreading the love around about mediation is fantastic. So you're probably wondering, who am I speaking to now? Who is this person talking? Well, my name is Tanya Dominic Hagans, and I have my Juris Doctorate, which is my law degree, and I have also a master's of law in dispute resolution. So I'm going to talk about some things. I don't like to read my resume, but I like to present it in a specific type of way. So I'm going to just go over some specific things. So what have I done professionally? Well, and if you could see me now, I'm reading from my bio. So if it sounds like I'm reading, that's because I am. I have more than 28 years of experience in business as an educator, negotiator, manager, administrator, consultant, arbitrator, and mediator. So I have lots of experience professionally. Some of my home runs that I'm very proud of. In 2011, I appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show, which was fantastic to meet Oprah Winfrey in person, and I also got to meet Dr. Phil. How cool is that? So I consider that to be one of my home runs, and it was really a pivotal part of me having this feeling of gratitude. If you know anything about either one of them, they have this whole theory about having gratitude, and so that has changed the way I think, and so I consider that one of my home runs. Also in 2006, I was Peacemaker of the Year, and that was an honorable award that I received from Congressman Dennis Kucinich and Mayor Pasquale for my contributions in the field of conflict resolution. And I've also been serving in the role of president of a college called Lakewood College. It's a nationally accredited college. So I have had some good home runs. I've also served on many mediation projects. I've done custody mediation, juvenile mediation, divorce, family, business. I've done mediations for the Better Business Bureau, the U.S. Postal Service, the National Consumer of Arbitrators. I served as an arbitrator. In addition to that, I've written a book. It's called How to Make It Big, Resolving Disputes, and you can find it on Amazon as well if you type that in. So I'm very, very proud of that. One of the things I'm really proud of most recently is in 2014, Lakewood College, where I serve as president, was named as one of the 40 best places to work in the state. That is super, super exciting. So gratitude runs through the vein of this organization as it does the National Association of Certified Mediators. So I'm so happy to be connected to these organizations. What are my passions? Some of my passions are I love travel, because I like to see new people and new places and learn about new things and new places. So that's some of my passions. My family is my other passion. I love being around family and creating experiences and memories. And my third and final passion that I really love is working out. I enjoy getting a good sweat. So those are my passions. Why I want to help you? Well, one of the things that I have seen from my experiences is that many people become trained as a mediator and then they don't know what to do. Well, I am a queen of making processes, and I am a queen of marketing. I love those two things, and I love teaching other people how to get from point A to point B, and I love to see something start from nothing and grow to something. So I think that this webinar is really going to serve you well. And the other thing about me that you'll learn is I believe in abundance. There's two theories out there. So if you have ever heard of this theory of abundance. There are people that believe in scarcity. So they won't share information, they won't give information, they won't teach anybody anything that they know to do because they feel like it's only enough for me. It's called scarcity. Whereas I believe in abundance. I believe that each one of us is given a unique gift and a unique talent. And so only we can do it like we can do it. And I believe if I withhold information from others, that they won't be able to live their true vision of what they have for their life, their purpose that they have in life. So one thing you know about me, I will share, 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 because I do believe in abundance. And so I'm hoping today that you find abundance in this webinar. If you have any questions during the webinar, Leslie Parker, who is our membership coordinator, and she runs the place around here at the National Association of Certified Mediators. She is manning the chat box. So if you have questions, because it's quite difficult for me to type and teach the webinar at the same time, so she will be answering any questions that you have. So feel free to put any questions in the chat box, and those will be answered in real time right in front of you. And for those of you who stay all the way to the end of the webinar, I have a free gift that I am going to give you at the end of the webinar. So please stick around. I love giving away free things. I think it's the best thing when you get a gift and it's free. So I love, love, love doing that. So if you could stay until the end of the webinar, that would be fantastic. So what are we going to learn today? Here's the agenda. We're going to learn a step-by-step roadmap to become a paid mediator. Not just a trained mediator, a paid mediator. We're going to learn how to make serious money in the mediation field in 8 weeks or less. And I'll teach you that. I'll teach you the tactics and the strategies that I use. We're going to learn the secret to avoid failure as a new mediator. What I hate to see is someone who's fully trained, but they don't know what to do next. So we're going to help you avoid that failure. The absolute best place in the world to obtain mediator certification. I am going to be telling you about that. So be prepared, because I will be telling you about that at the end of the webinar. And then how to command $150 to $500 per hour as a paid mediator. So that is our agenda for today. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is mindset. Mindset is so very, very, very important. I believe this is more important than your skills that you learn or anything else. You have to have the right mindset as a mediator. And let's just talk about that. Why do we need the right mindset? If you start your mediation journey with the mindset that you may fail, then you're doomed. So you have to automatically turn your mind, turn your brain, and this is one of the things I learned from being on the Oprah Winfrey Show with Dr. Phil, is learning that your mindset is what determines your level. So your attitude determines your altitude, as many would say. Having the right mindset is the foremost attribute required for every mediator starting his or her own mediation practice. So remember that. You want to make sure that that attribute sticks out. If there is something in common between the world's highly successful entrepreneurs, Microsoft's Bill Gates, we all know these people, Sam Walton of Walmart, IBM's Thomas Watson Sr., or GE's Alwa Edison, it is their winning mindsets. That superior psychology, that mindset that it's going to happen, it will happen, and it's that law of attraction. So a great service or ideal will not necessarily ensure success in business. It is your mindset. So right now, I would like you to just do a shake with your body and just say in your mind, I'm going to open my mind to have a clear mindset and a positive mindset, because that's going to determine where I'm going. So if you could do that now, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that. Okay, so we've got that out the way. It is with positive mindsets that these industry leaders build thriving companies. And it's with a positive mindset that you will build a thriving mediation business. So let me just tell you a little bit about my story. I graduated from high school in 1983, and believe it or not, I was told that I was not college material and that I should do something with my hands, perhaps a trade. So I did listen to my guidance counselor at that time, and I went and I learned a trade, and I went to school to be a beautician. Nothing's wrong with being a beautician, but I really, in my heart, thought I wanted to be a psychologist. And that was kind of a blow when my guidance counselor said, based on the test, I should probably, do something with my hands. So I went on to beauty school, and I was terrible at it. Terrible. Absolutely, positively terrible. So I decided to go ahead and go back to college, and I wound up graduating from 3 different colleges with 3 different degrees. One was Bowling Green State University, University of Miami, and then the last one was Pepperdine University, where I graduated with an LLM degree in conflict resolution. I decided to volunteer for the 6 months. During the last 6 months I was attending Pepperdine, I really wanted to get some experience, and I wanted to learn different systems. I'm all about systems and learning systems because I believe systems are repeatable, and it makes you duplicatable, and it makes your business be able to grow. So I wanted to see what the court systems were using, what forms they were using, all of that. And I did that for 6 months because I wanted to also feel secure in what I was doing. So I volunteered for 6 months while attending, got that great experience, that volunteer experience while I was attending Pepperdine. Then I moved to Ohio with no real name or experience. And in fact, when I moved to Ohio, there were 16 mediators in the phone book. And that was it. That's when people actually used to still look at the yellow pages. Remember those days? Type 1 if you remember yellow pages. Okay, I see a couple of us old-timers there that remember the yellow pages. Yes, yes. Now we can Google everything. But at that time, there were only 16 people there. And because of my positive mindset, I could have thought differently. I could have said, oh my goodness, it's only 16 people. This must not be a profession worthy of having. And then I saw there were lots of, people discouraging people from becoming mediators. And I just went into it with a completely different mindset, and I just said, I'm going to make this work. So I learned how to market. And that was one of my claims to fame. I learned how to market, and I learned how to systemize my processes of how I did things. And that was one of the most wonderful things that I could have done as a mediator. So I learned that process. And within the first year, I made $88,000 doing that. So the courts started noticing, because I was doing some mediations for the courts, and then I was doing private mediations as well. And private mediations is what really paid my bills, and I will talk more about that later on. But the one thing that I learned was to make sure that you had a system for doing it. And so the courts start noticing that I was very efficient. I had a system of doing things, and I was producing more work than most of the mediators within the court system. So they asked me to start training, and I actually became certified by the Supreme Court of Ohio and started teaching others to do what I do. Like I said, I love, love, love sharing. So I love to share what I know, and I like to give it to other people so that they can also develop and grow. So I developed these systems, and they can be replicated by you. So I still have those systems in place. So that's my story. So enough about me, because this is not about me. This is really about you. So let's talk about you. Yes, in fact, you really can make money as a mediator. And we're so sure of it, we're willing to put our money where our mouth is. And when I say we're, I'm talking about the National Association of Certified Mediators, along with myself. So I like to start off things with a little story. And forgive me if this sounds silly to you, but I really think this will illustrate what I'm talking about. So let me share a little story with you. When my friend Jennifer was 9, she wanted to bake a cake to surprise her parents. She went into the kitchen and started mixing together flour, sugar, chocolate chips, ice cream, and just about anything else she could find that looked good in the kitchen. You can probably imagine how it turned out. It wasn't a pretty sight at all. Jennifer ended up with a big mess and something she couldn't even call it a cake, and it tasted absolutely horrible. Now today, if she's baking a cake, she'll start with a recipe. Jennifer explained to me how she measures out all of the ingredients. And any of you who knows about baking, you know that the measurements are so very important. I took a cooking class, and it was so important that I didn't use the wet measure cups or the dry measure cups incorrectly. You have to make sure you're measuring everything perfectly. So now she measures out all of the ingredients and follows the exact instructions on the recipe. Now her cakes actually turn out pretty good, and she gets some compliments, and I've eaten them and they taste pretty good. Okay, so what does that have to do with becoming a mediator? Actually, a whole lot. You see, making money as a mediator without a proven plan is like trying to bake a cake without a recipe. You'll only end up making a lot of mistakes, a big mess, and wasting a bunch of money. And so that's what I want to share on this call with you, so we don't wind up doing that. Well, let's talk about some of the facts. If you do follow a proven plan, and I believe I've discovered a proven plan for the mediation profession, then according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and you can look this up yourself, I think it's bls.gov, within the U.S. Department of Labor, the mediation profession, the median income is $61,280. In any state, a mediator can practice in private settings without being licensed, certified, or listed. But who would want to do that without a proven plan for success? These days, people are constantly looking for someone who has expertise in the area, and because we now have the internet, people can easily do that. So you want to know that the person that you're dealing with is certified in some kind of way and they have a plan. The problem is that most mediation training programs teach you the skills, but they do not teach you how to make money with those skills. Well, I do, and I believe it's very important that you learn that. So it seems pretty easy, right? Just find a proven plan. But the truth is, we found more people confused, perplexed, puzzled, and just plain baffled about becoming a mediator. And who wouldn't be? There are more mediation training companies claiming to be experts than you can shake a stick at. The problem is, who can you believe online? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about NASM. NASM started in 1998 by a group of mediation professionals who have the abundance mentality. So they already were accomplished mediators in their prospective areas, and they gathered together and they wanted to set a mission to properly educate and credential professional mediators. So they put together a set of standards, and those are updated annually, so that our mediators are educated properly and are credentialed properly. We do offer a 40-hour mediation certificate program. We also offer certification exams. We offer a mediator trainer program where mediators who have served as a mediator for at least a year can train other mediators. Our graduates are actually making money in mediation. That's very important. Our graduates are earning $550 a case, some of them working for the U.S. Postal Service. We are nonprofit, and our instructors are practitioners in the field. And we offer outstanding customer service. So one thing you should know about NASM, or the National Association of Certified Mediators, I'm going to make it short for the rest of this webinar. We're just going to say NASM. Their professional mediation certificate course is unlike anything you've ever seen. Actually, you'll think of it as your cookbook to becoming a mediator. You simply follow the step-by-step, day-by-day instructions, and you'll turbocharge your mediation career. We've taken all the guesswork out of it. So I'm going to just share some of the testimonials, and here are some of them. Judge Lynn Toler, if you've ever watched a divorce court show, she came to us and she wanted to learn mediation skills, and we provided what she was seeking. She completed the certificate program to aid her further in day-to-day functions as a judge, so that was fantabulous having her as one of our students. We also had John Gardner, and you can read the testimony. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he said he got more mileage from the skills learned at NASM than any other education he's ever explored. Without hesitation, he highly recommends us to any professional who manages conflict, negotiates, or is any way dependent on their interpersonal skills. This is Mark Russakoff, the late Mark Russakoff, and within a few months of completing the mediation program, he began a community mediation program within his community. Miss Martina Moore of Moore Counseling and Mediation Services, 3 weeks after she completed the mediation program, she just had a counseling business before, and she added mediation services to her practice, and she began earning $150 an hour for those services. She started off with a 300 square foot office and 2 employees, and now she has 18,000 square feet and 30 employees, thanks to the services provided by NASM. This is Elizabeth Corteza, and she was a paralegal, and she wanted to become, and also she's a certified life coach, and she wanted to become a mediator. She took our first course, and she was so pleased she took another course because of our exceptional customer service. Seth Lopez, she is a veteran, and she's currently serving in the reserves, so she's still active, but she's in the reserves. And she said our programs were easy to follow and very much user-friendly. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of the course, the webinar. So the normal route for those who want to become mediator is to get trained. They hurry up and get trained, and then they're like, now what? What do I need to do now with this training? They're waiting for the course system to give them cases. So they're sitting around waiting for the course system to give them cases. They get posted to several lists without receiving any bites, and eventually what I see, and it's so sad, is that they just give up. And they're probably, if they just had the marketing and the processes down, they would be successful. But a lot of times people don't know that's available to them. So the NASM route, our mediators get trained in 40 hours of mediation. They finish in less than 8 weeks. In fact, the course can actually be completed within 1 week if you put full-time study in. So NASM certified mediators have the edge because they know how to market. Yes, marketing is important. I learned a very, very important lesson when I was younger. I won't even tell you the age, but when I was younger, in my 20s, I opened a gym, and this is where I learned how important marketing was. So I had the state-of-the-art equipment. I had the all the bells and whistles in the fitness industry. I was one of the most sought-after instructors at the time, and I thought, if you build it, they'll come. And so I put all this money and invested all my money into this gym, and it was like crickets. Nobody was there. And I forgot a very important principle. I was young and I didn't know. And I didn't know the thought of marketing. Yes, so now I've discovered that. and I've taught others so that they have a steady flow of customers because they do know how to market. So let's talk about some of the marketing techniques, and then I'm going to give you some action items for you to actually implement yourself. You don't need me to do these. You can start learning them. There's lots of tutorials online. So I'm going to show you just a brief overview. So the marketing tech number 1 is using cutting-edge Facebook marketing techniques. Facebook is so powerful. There are 1.28 billion active users with over 800 million users active daily. That is a fantastic platform. And many of you probably found out about us through Facebook. Facebook is phenomenal. And if you're not using it already, I am going to suggest that you write this down right now. Let me see. If you could type in the chat box, yes, if you are using Facebook. Okay. I don't see any yet. Okay, there's one. Okay. I just see 2 so far. So only 2 people so far are using Facebook to market. If you are not using Facebook to market, you are missing out on a big piece of the pie. You are leaving money on the table. So let's talk about that. I'm going to share what NASM offers, but then I'm going to give you some real hard material that you can use right away. Okay, so in our course, we give you 5 modules of Facebook strategy. We do advanced Facebook ad strategy. So this is not just what you learn by going to the Facebook ad section. We teach you, we do a deep dive into Facebook. So we do advanced Facebook ad strategy, the Facebook ad type that flat out converts customers, laser targeting. This is the most important part, and we're going to review this in a little bit more detail in a moment. Laser targeting your ideal customer. And then strategies for maximizing profits and getting faster results. You know, getting fast results. We want you to be able to see it like, you know, the instant gratification. Whoa! We want you to be able to see that. So let's look at that. So let's look at Facebook targeting. This is so very cool. And we go into much more detail, but I just wanted to show you a screenshot. So as you can see up top here, you can actually choose the location. You can choose the location where you want to market. And this person, for this particular ad, decided to market only to all of the United Kingdom. You can choose all of the United States. You can choose specific zip codes, counties, towns, postcodes. So you can put all of that in here if you want just certain types of people. So for example, if you live in, let's see, Des Moines, Iowa, you can just put in the zip codes for Des Moines, Iowa in here, and then you can actually target your age of your customer. So if you know the age of your customer, and we go into a whole study with you about this age demographic and who is in which, like if you were marketing, for example, to baby boomers, we have those statistics, like what magazines they like and where they shop and all of that. So we give you information that you can just plug in here. But if you don't have that, you can just brainstorm on your own and think about the people. If you're already a mediator, think about the people that frequent your establishment. What age are they? Are they 30 to 50? Are they 25 to 40? You want to do that. And then you can choose the gender. So you can choose all, or you can choose one, or you can choose all, or men or women, all or one. Sorry about that. You can choose all, men or women. So if you just want to target women in a specific city with zip codes, you can do that. Then you can also do languages. Let's say you want only Spanish-speaking people with the zip code 90201. You can do that. You can do by relationship status, so whether they're in a relationship or they're single, or they're married, or you can choose that. You can choose educational level. So you can choose, if you want someone with high school, college educated, that kind of thing. For work, you can choose the actual employer's name. You can type the employer's name, and if they have it registered on Facebook, if you notice in your own Facebook profile, most of us do put where we work. So you'll see the employer, so you could put specific job titles. So if you're just marketing to, for example, if you're doing a mediation session for people who work at a particular employer, you can do that. You can choose ethnic affinity, generations, if the people are parents or they have children, their politics, their life events. So there's so many demographics that you can choose. And then we have interests, and we go into each one of these. We have a module, a sub-module on each one of these, how to choose them and why they're relevant. Then we have interests, and we talk about the interests that individuals have, like what magazines do they read, what shops do they shop at, do they go to, Anne Klein, do they shop at Nordstrom's, do they like particular pages? You can choose them under interests. And then behaviors is another. What type of behaviors do they have? And that goes into deeper. Connections, you can say people who are connected to you or connected to someone else or not connected to you. So it really is really cool in the way that you target it, and you can do it at a very economical price. So if anybody know about Google AdWords, can someone type 1 if you've ever heard of Google AdWords? Okay. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 ones so far. 8. Okay, so a lot of people have heard of Google AdWords. That's great. So Google AdWords is a pay-per-click type of advertisement. So when you're on doing a search on Google, you'll see sponsored ads at the top. Those are the top ads, and those come from pay-per-click, or now they're Google AdWords. And so when you see those, it used to be economical back when I first started on the internet. It was very economical to do Google AdWords. Now it's very expensive, and it's very, very, the learning curve is very high, and it doesn't have this targeting that Facebook has. So right now it's very low to advertise on Facebook, and you get laser targeting. So that's the cool thing about Facebook. So if you don't have a Facebook ad campaign already set up, what I want you to do, take out your pens or type it in your phone or whatever kind of instrument you wanted to use. Text it to yourself. I don't care what you want to do. I want you to write down this action item. First, you'll need to create a Facebook page. So that's very easy. And for a fan page, you'll have to have a personal page in order to set up your fan page. But you create a fan page, and if you go into settings on the right hand side and click on manage pages, you can add a page. So this will be for your business. So you'll do that, and then you'll go under manage ads, and you'll create a Facebook ad for your business. And then you'll go into targeting to find the perfect audience for your business. And if you're not sure of any of these steps, I want you to call Facebook. They have a 1-800 number right there, and a Facebook ad specialist will walk you through that. So if you really don't know how to do it, there is help available. So action item number 1, write this down. You have to have a Facebook account already. Then you have to create a Facebook ad, a Facebook fan page, sorry. And then you will create a Facebook ad, and you'll use targeting to find your perfect audience and ask for assistance from Facebook if you're unsure. Okay? So that's action item number 1. So I want you to work on that right away. So marketing technique number 2, believe it or not, is YouTube marketing. YouTube marketing is fantastic because it is also owned by Google. Yay! And Google loves YouTube. So it drives targeted traffic to your website, and it does so at a very low cost or almost free. They have 1 billion unique users every month. That means there are 1 billion different users every single month. And so it has become a necessary platform in virtually any marketing plan. So how many people are using YouTube marketing? Let me see if you are. Put yes, type yes now. Okay. Let's see, three people who have used YouTube marketing. Not YouTube just making YouTube videos like for your family. I'm talking about marketing to your customers. Okay, so one person said, no, I don't use it for marketing. So we have 3 people. Okay, 3 people that are using it for marketing. Okay. So with NASA, what we do, we include 5 more marketing modules that deep dive into YouTube. We talk about finding topics that attract views, essential video elements, video optimization 101, advanced optimization, and how to supercharge your YouTube channel. So this is going to be another action step. So you don't have to have the deep dive we have. If you want to try this on your own, I want you to first write this down, text it to yourself, however you're going to do it, I don't care, but you need to write it down. Neurolinguistically, if we write things down, I don't know about you, but if I find a to-do list that I had in the past and I find it, I have completed almost everything on that to-do list, because your brain starts working trying to figure out how to accomplish what you have written. And it's been a proven fact. It's a proven scientific fact. So I want you to, if you can, physically write it. I know a lot of people don't write these days with tablets and all, but if you can write it, I want you to write this action item down. So the first thing I want you to do is pretend like you are your customer, and pretend like you are looking for a mediator or whatever your profession is. I want you to write down a list of 30 keywords that people would type in to find you. We have a really great system for doing this, but we're just going to do this now because I want you to do something. It's better than nothing. So find 30 keywords. I want you to write that down. Okay? So that's your assignment. I want you to work on that. Not now, but when you get off this video, I want you to work on that. And then I want you to start creating a video for each of the keywords. So you are going to create 1 video per keyword. Of course, you're not going to do that all in a day. No one would. It's kind of crazy. So, and video takes time to do, of course. Anything worth having in life takes time. So you're going to create a video and you'll put it on a plan. Set up a 1-year plan of how you're going to create them. Maybe you'll do 1 per week. Maybe you'll do 1 per month. But we have to have a plan, because a goal without a plan is nothing but a dream. Remember that. It's nothing but a dream. Somebody taught me that when I was very young and very, very impressionable, and I remember that. So I wanted to share that with you. Then measure your results. See what's going on. Ask people how they heard about you. And that's how you measure your results. Okay? So that's your action item number 2. And I have another one. One of the most important things that you can do in your business is creating a operation or operating manual for your practice. So if you are already a mediator and you are already doing what you need to do, you need to write down every single step of what you do on a daily basis so that you can clone yourself. Because if you have more of you, you could be making more income. Yes, that is true. So writing down every single step. And now we have the invention of screenshots. In case any of you don't know what a screenshot is, there's a little button on your computer. It usually says print screen or PRTSCR on your keyboard. So if you're on a let's say you're doing something and you want to screenshot it to put in your manual, all you do is press that little button, go back to the Word document or whatever word processing document you're using and click paste. And it'll put that picture on that page and you can make instructions. So when you are creating an operating manual, you want to make it easy as possible so the next person that comes along that you're training, because your mediation practice will grow if you're starting to follow some of these concepts that I'm teaching you, you're going to need help. So you're going to need to systemize what you're doing on a daily basis. Another thing I want to add in here, I didn't put it in here, but one of the things you want to have is a CRM, which is a customer relationship management system. That is how you manage your customers, and you know where they are, you know what they're doing, you have facts on them. So let's say if John called a year from now, and you could say, oh, hi John, how are you? Are you still on Elm Street? Oh, how's the kids? And you may have that in your notes. But you want to have a way of keeping notes and keeping organized. And that's one of the things that I see that makes so many mediators fail. They don't have a system to organize, so you want to stay organized. Make your business easy to purchase if that's an option for you. So if you want to have a business that's a legacy within your family, you want to pass it down to generations, then you just ignore what I'm saying right now. But if you want a business that perhaps someone else can buy, and people like to purchase businesses that have systems that are set up. So remember that. Now, I'm going to tell you what NASM offers because we have already developed a system. We have a step-by-step proven ads that get new customers. We have a step-by-step operations manual for a family practice. So all you do is follow the manual. The manual sent to you, you follow it. It has all the forms you need, all the processes, and how to keep your calendar full, earning $150 per hour. One of the things that I think happens is people don't manage their time effectively. And that happens to all of us because this is such a busy world right now. I mean, we have all this technology, so it's a busy world. But one of the things you have to do is block out your mediation calendar. And you're going to plan for the month. And you're going to try to fill up in as many spaces as possible. So you want to have a booking at least every 2 hours, like blocking 2-hour or 4-hour blocks. And we teach you how to do that. But if not, there's a great program called BookFresh. It's BookFresh, spelled BookFresh.com. BookFresh.com. And one of the things that you can do is actually set it up online, and people can make appointments with you through BookFresh. And you can keep all your appointments organized in one place. And I think they give you a trial period. So you want to try to think about that. That is an awesome, awesome program. So here's an action item number 3. Write this down, text it to yourself, whatever you need to do. You want to start working on, because we're going to do baby steps so that we can get to the big picture. You're going to create a table of contents for your general operating manual for your mediation practice. So I want you to create, just start with the what you do on a daily basis. You know, check mail, log into computer, check new clients, return emails. You want to have, and then you have a system of doing things. After you create your table of contents, you're then going to actually start writing out what you do. It will be tedious, but it will be well worth it. And then find some way to book your appointments. Like I said, bookfresh.com is a great program, and set up your appointments in 2 or 4 hour blocks so that you stay busy. One of the important things to do is make sure your calendar is full. So if you're booking 2 hour segments, like you have a client and you let them know my hourly rate is $150 an hour, and we show you how to do that, then you're booking $150 for 1 hour, $150 for the next hour. So you're doing 2 hour increments. Some people do in 1 hour increments. I personally think that people need at least 2 hours, but no more than 4, because after 4 it just becomes a cycle of just people going on and on and on. And our job as mediators is not to be a counselor, but to be a mediator. So that's your action item 3. I hope you've written this down. So you can follow the action items in the dark, and that's certainly okay, because that's how I did it, and that's how I figured it out in the beginning. It took me years to figure all this out. Or you can get the blueprint that I've created for the National Association of Certified Mediators. With this blueprint, you will learn why our graduates are so excited, and you will watch your mediation career soar. The Professional Mediation Certification course is for you if the blueprint sounds better. Does option blue sound better? If option blue sounds better, then our course is for you. And it's whether you have no experience or you're a seasoned veteran, this course will work for you. This course is set up as a comprehensive blueprint that can be followed easily. You can simply log into the online learning management system, and it walks you through exactly how to become a mediator and make the income you've always desired. Each lesson is laid out for you in complete detail. Nothing is left out. Nothing. So our lessons include, there's an introduction. There's lesson 1, which is the conflict resolution overview. Lesson 2, which is the formal mediation process, and we teach the 5 steps of mediation, which are the convening process, the opening statement, communication and information gathering, the negotiation stage, the closing stage, professional family mediation skills, professional business mediation skills, staying legal as a mediator, and ethics, and the bonus lesson, marketing for mediators. There are 10 live modules. This is what separates NASM from all of the other training programs. You will not see marketing for mediation. You will not, you will not, you will not. You will only get the skills. We teach the skills you need to be successful at the job, but then we teach you how to get the clients and not wait in the court system for someone to give you a case. So we teach you how to fish. So what's all included? All your textbooks and your materials, all 10 lessons with PowerPoint lectures, 10 hours of role-play simulation. So you actually turn in assignments to your instructor, which would be myself or another certified mediator. You get automatic certification from NASM upon graduation and completion of your examination. You're assigned to a real live instructor. So you can call us, you can email us, you can get on live chat with us. We have all kinds of communication with you. So if you have a question, it doesn't go unanswered. You have access to the online student portal. You have a beautiful certificate suitable for hanging. You get 40 hours of instruction as because you're trained as a business, family, divorce, and workplace mediator. That's just phenomenal right there by itself. And you get the marketing modules. That is just fantastic. Honestly, we couldn't make it any easier for you if we tried. The best part is you can start right now. You can start today. Now, we're not saying that this does not require work. Of course it does. Anything worth achieving does. But if you simply make a commitment to spend the same time you normally spend in front of the television studying the course materials, you will be on your way to a successful, lucrative mediation career. Now, I'm going to name some of the job titles that mediators have. So perhaps you don't want to just be a mediator. You can do EEL compliance, ombudsman, dispute resolution specialist, director of mediation services, ADR specialist, specialist in conflict resolution, and it goes on and on and on. And if you want this full list, we'd be more than happy to send that to you. But there's so much you can do. You can be a consultant and instructor as a certified mediator. So one of the things that we pride ourselves on is satisfaction guaranteed. So if for some reason you decide you made the wrong choice with the National Association of Certified Mediators, there's no need to worry. In fact, we want to eliminate all worry for you because we offer a no questions asked 3-day money-back tuition protection plan. If for any reason you decide this information isn't right for you, just return the course materials with a letter of cancellation at any time within 3 days of registration, and you'll receive a full and total refund. So we let you look at the entire course so that you can look around, peruse it at your leisure, and then you tell us within 3 days what you decide to do. Absolutely no questions will be asked, period. So go ahead and take this first step to a new, improved you, the first step to a better job and a better life. You can go ahead and register now. The registration button should be appearing below. We do have a limited number of seats because we like to give one-on-one instruction to our students. So we only have 50 seats available. And we would love, love, love to take everyone, but we cannot. So we only have 50 seats available. We have 2 payment plans available for our courses. We have a full payment plan and we have a monthly payment plan. So the full payment plan, you save $112 if you pay in full today. And that's only $888 today. And that includes everything I just said to you. And we accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. So, and those are secure payments. So you can do them right now by clicking the button below. You can also put in the chat box now your name and phone number, and Leslie will give you a call. So if that is an option that you prefer, you can go ahead and do that. If you register and pay in full today, you will also receive the following bonus gifts at graduation. You'll get how to make $150 per hour as a divorce mediator, and that's a 114-page manual. You'll also get how to succeed as a foreclosure mediator recording, and that's a $60 value. So the divorce mediator manual is $102 value, and this is $60. And then you'll also receive the Facebook and YouTube marketing live lessons, and that is a $400 value. So right there, that's over $560 right there just for bonus gifts for registering now. The monthly payment plan is 0% interest. There's no credit check required. It's only $250 down today. So you can start today with $250 as well. And then we debit 3 payments on that same card that you would give us today, and payments are deducted bi-weekly. So you'll have everything paid off in 2 months. And you can use, once again, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express. So now is the time to make your decision. The way I see it, you really only have 2 options here. You can leave here right now and decide that the Professional Mediation Certificate Program isn't for you. You can always wonder if there's something more to life, if you had a purpose to do this. Or you can decide that you deserve a chance at life, one full of abundance. Remember that it's more than enough for everyone. You can finally break free from your stress and your worries. You can watch as your bank account grows with each and every week, and you can start living dreams as a professional mediator. The choice is up to you. And like I said, you can go ahead and register now. So are you ready to become a mediator? A highly paid mediator for only $888 or $250 to get started. Then I don't want you to waste another second, because I do want to get you registered and set up and get your login and password sent out to you today. If you register now and claim your very own professional mediation certificate program will get you started. Let's get started. And so one of the things that I am going to send you, you will receive an email immediately after this webinar, and in that is your free gift. And it is my book, my ebook, How to Make It Big, Resolving Disputes. That is going to be free of charge to you. I promise that for those of you who stayed to the end of the webinar. And I thank you, I thank you, I thank you so much for sharing. Leslie still will be available for chatting. You can call her as well. You can dial 1-877-850-0052. If you want to come back at a later time, if we still have spots available, you can come to www.mediatorcertification.org and try to register at that time. But what we normally see when we hold these webinars, the space fills up extremely quickly. So not to rush you, but to let you know that it gets busy, and we're very sought after. But we did want to make this webinar available to you. We thank you for attending. We thank you for all of your undivided attention and your participation. I just want to thank, I see 3 people who have come through. Bruce, all right, you did your full payment. You're ready to go. I see Candace. All right, Candace is ready to go. And I see Ryan. So we have Ryan. Way to go. So the registrations are coming in. I'm really excited about it. I'm very, very excited about getting you started. And once again, thank you so much for attending. I wish you much success. Even if you don't come to the National Association of Certified Mediators, I wish you much success in any of your business endeavors. And if you should need any assistance at all, feel free to give us a call. We welcome your questions at any time. Again, that number is 1-877-850-0052. And this is signing off for the National Association of Certified Mediators. Have a fantastic day and an amazing life. Thank you. Bye-bye.